and tell me, what was the one emotional experience that is priceless for you, that money can't buy.
Okay. As you say, I think this that was money can't buy. I mean, my daughter, my oldest girl, and you know that I have a Galaxy Note, and I like to doodle, and she likes to doodle it. So one day, after I let her play with my Galaxy Note with doodling, because she likes to draw stuff on it, she gave it back to me, and on it I saw this colourful badge, and it says "Your Best Mum." And to me, it's really inspiring, and it kind of lifted my mood because she's the total belief in me. And I think this, as I said, this is like the inner spring in all of us, that whatever it is, it never runs dry. Even when we are feeling tired or not inspired, dry, this is where you go into to become rejuvenated, to be revived, revitalized. And I think this one small moment, that little small badge, is a part of this small spring in me, and I always remember it, and it inspires me more. So this all these small moments. She does things that there are other things she did. The small moments that I go to remember, so that I can tell myself I'm refreshed again, I can write more, I can feel more, and yeah, this is those small moments that keep me going somehow.
Wow. So having children is a great idea. And so Joyce, speaking about priceless, what's the future like for Singapore science fiction writers?
What's the future? I think the market is still very small here, but I do feel that there are many science fiction writers right here in Singapore who are perhaps even better than me and deserve that spotlight and uplifting support. Because, as I said, if you look around, there are many science fiction movies, manga, comics, and I'm sure that there are many science fiction writers out there who want to be published but are frightened off by the so-called conservative attitude of the publishers here. And there is a growing number of science fiction writers here who are slowly coming up. But it needs some time to make it, for the scene to grow bigger and more recognized. Firstly, public recognition or perception need to change. Because science fiction is a real genre and writing is a real genre. So if readers can read overseas science fiction writers, why not look at Singapore writers whose fiction are just as good as the overseas American or British writers. So I think there are many people here who can write well and draw well, because there are also illustrators, comic artists, graphic artists who are very good. So no doubt the market is very small here, and the community of writers is still growing. I think Singapore can grow even more.
And so what's the future for Singapore itself? Many people say that Singapore is heading towards becoming a science fiction city. Would that happen?
That would happen if there is a vision, and if everyone could have that foresight to see beyond. Because look at Singapore, all gleaming skyscrapers and the shiny, like Gardens by the Bay Dome. Very beautiful, very science fiction. But I think a true science fiction society is a society that is inclusive, it accepts everyone for who he is. It's a, in a way, liberal society, not liberal, but that everyone is accepted for who is. Inclusive, not exclusive, because a lot of science fiction worlds can be exclusive. But to me, for my vision of science fiction is that it's a future world that everyone can be whoever they are, can be. And their world is open-minded, liberal, kind, compassionate. And this is the kind of Singapore I want to see. Science fiction with gleaming worlds, gleaming whatever, skyscrapers, buildings, but with people who are ready to move forward into the future. That means that removing traditions or ideas that are old-fashioned or redundant. We need to move forward.
Wow. Speaking of moving forward, do authors today, able to see any future for them?
Singaporean writers? Or?
Yes.
I think again, we need to change public perception because this is an Asian society, and Asians tend to think that writing isn't a true job, and writing doesn't earn money. But if we are able to look at writers and say, yes, you are also building a nation or creating new worlds, I think the recognition of writers and authors in Singapore will grow. First, we need to change public perception first, and public misconception about writers, because to them writers don't earn a lot, no money. But writing is effort, writing is energy, and people need to know that.
Now, you were once a career woman, and as a teacher, and as well as as a mother as well. You still are, and as a writer. What sort of criteria, do you look for in a man? When you first married him, was that something that you have in mind for a while?
Actually, I think you need to be supportive of whatever I'm doing. Supportive and not dismissive. Whenever I come to, because as a writer, I do have writing troubles and woes and doubts and self-doubts. And the ideal man or ideal husband have to be, kind enough and not dismissive. Do not brush off my troubles as just women's problems or just a writing issue, just nothing. If he should be supportive and he should have a sense of humor here.
Sense of humor.
So that in a way, in times of really when I'm really down, somehow he can still make me laugh and we look at the situation with different eyes. That's very good.
Sense of humor.
Sense of humor.
Wow. Is there some kind of a selection process that you went through with him before you guys got married?
Well, we can talk. I think it's a progress and process anyway. We started as friends. We talked a lot. We communicated a lot. We talked a lot about all things under the sun. And I think to be able to communicate with one another is very important. To understand each other. So that's very important. And that's very important thing in writing too. To be able to communicate with your readers somehow. Yes. Because you are a communicator. A writer communicates with words and images. Yeah.
Now, how about your girlfriends? Now, did they approve of him before you process him further?
I think they did.
Oh, they did? What did they say about him?
It's okay.
Is that all?
I think that's all. I think because
Did he do anything for them before they approved?
I don't think so.
Really? Not even dinner or anything like that?
No, but I think they met him and they talked, and because we're all geeks in a way, so
Okay.
we all kind of understood each other.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And now, what's next for you after this? I mean, are you going to be writing more science fiction?
Writing more science fiction, definitely.
You know, any love stories that you're going to include?
Maybe one. I don't know, but I did write a love story very early in my career. That's steampunk love story, but it's interwoven into the story itself. So it's like not the love story isn't the central story, but it's part of it. It's like, yeah.
Now, in all your writings, is there any one character that you hate most and you just don't want to write again, ever?
One more to come. Most hate most. Is it a villain or bad guy or?
I don't know. It could be anything.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Oh, you don't? So you enjoy writing every one of them?
Yes, I enjoy writing everyone.
Oh, wow.
It's quite fun because in a way they're like real people.
Really?
Sometimes
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is there any one character that reflects your husband?
Actually, if you read Wolf at the Door, you understand.
Ah. So there's one that looks like
resembles
your husband.
Reflects a bit.
Reflects
or
on it.
resembles.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So folks, please look out for Joyce Chng's book. Wolf by the Door.
Wolf at the Door.
At the
With
door.
the door.
Wolf at the Door. In all good bookstores as well as online purchases.
Actually, mostly online now.
Oh, it's online. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's only online. Wow.
Okay.
We're heading towards ebook. So if you say that you hate ebook, please try to get used to it.
It's the future.
It's the future, and we're trying to save more trees.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me here at the National Quiz Choice Online News with Joyce Chng and Robin Steinberg. Have a great week ahead.